You have seen the title of the video, you have seen the thumbnail, you know what product we are going to talk about, so let's straight get to the point. Remember when it was easy to buy a Nothing phone? Things were simple. But now, there's the CMF Phone 2 Pro, there's Nothing 4A, Nothing Phone 3A Lite, 4A Pro, Phone 3, and now this. The Nothing Phone 4B. Seems like textbook section in our school, 4A, 4B, 4C. Jokes aside, honestly, if your first reaction to this phone was, why does this phone exist? Same here, even we were confused. And I'm not gonna waste the next 7 to 8 minutes explaining to you, well, this is the new Nothing's budget phone. Let's straight get to the point. This is TechWiser. You know, every company launches a phone to solve a problem. Google does it, Apple does it, Samsung does it. So why has Nothing launched this? And what problem does this phone solve? Well, to understand that, we have to straight get into this. Pratik, TechWiser, let's effing go. So, it comes in this big box, and the box looks like just any other Nothing phone here. And just like the phone 4A boxes, they're also color matched with the phone color. Now inside the box you get a soft transparent case, the phone, a Type-C to Type-C cable, and a SIM ejector tool. That's it. Very Nothing-esque unboxing. Now CMF phones got charger in the box last year, but that's not the case with Nothing phones. Same is the case with the Nothing 4B. There's no charger in the box. Now in budget phones, people often notice the compromises in performance, cameras, etc. But there's one compromise that often goes unnoticed, or it's not even talked about. The software. Because smartphone makers making both flagship and affordable phones, they don't give the same treatment in the software to their budget phones. So naturally, software was the first thing I wanted to check on the phone B. Did Nothing do the same? Did Nothing repeat the same pattern? Well, not exactly. If you see the phone 4B, it comes with Nothing OS 4.1 based on Android 16. It has the same look and feel. Even if I open or close apps, there's app animation. In the app drawer, there's a smart option as well. It automatically categorizes your installed app in separate folders as per context. And this honestly feels much better than the normal app drawer, because I'm pretty sure we have a lot of apps on our phone and we only use 10% of them. So I'm someone who always categorizes their apps in folders, so the phone does automatically for me. Other than this, there is the essential search as well. Like if I have to call someone, I can directly search the contact here and make the phone call. Saves those extra 2 to 3 taps and you're just stuck in your phone. And not just that, if I have to do a quick calculation, I can directly do it here. I don't need to open the calculator app separately. Even if I run some quick searches that require internet, like I can search about the weather, it gives me a quick result here. I can also search when will E25 come in India. That no one has clarity about. Next, there's essential space as well. So I've seen this shoe and I really like it and I want to buy it. I can just press the essential key and say, remind me to buy the shoe in the next 5 minutes. See, after 5 minutes, it notifies me. Even inside the Essential app, it categorizes the screenshot app-wise or context-wise, which is again very smart. This is so helpful because when you need a screenshot, you actually are not able to find it, and here you can just search it by text. Other than that, I can add widgets in the lock screen. Like I have added vibrate and hotspot widgets, so whenever I come to the office, I can directly switch my phone to vibrate profile and turn on the hotspot. Pretty handy feature in my opinion. Now there are just a couple of apps pre-installed, Facebook and Instagram, and you can easily uninstall it, but anyways, if you're using those apps, that's there. Plus, there's no app lock screen like Glance or etc. So overall, Nothing OS here feels like the proper Nothing flagship experience, of course, minus the hardware features, which also means Nothing didn't cut any corners in the software on the Nothing Phone 4B. Then maybe it's the display then, because budget phones this year are coming with LCD screens. Heck, we even made a video on a phone that costed 30,000 rupees and came with an LCD display. But if you see the phone 4B, it comes with a 6.67-inch Super AMOLED display, but okay. Maybe the brightness might be less outdoors. Let's try to read an article outdoors and see if it's clearly visible or not. And it's very much visible. I've been outdoors for like 5 minutes and the brightness hasn't dropped after a minute or two. Fruit users can see the bright side. Jokes aside, even indoors while consuming content, the display felt pretty bright to me. The colors and the sharpness were on point. Now, you could say that there is a bit of bezel at the bottom. It's slightly bigger than the top. It's not symmetrical. But other than that, I don't think there are any corners cut in the display. So definitely, the compromise might be in the speakers, right? Single speaker diya hoga. Now these are proper stereo speakers. Maybe the sound separation could have been slightly better, but again, you get stereo speakers and it is much better than having a single speaker. So the software wasn't the compromise, neither was the display. So far it seems pretty good. Then let's move to something that matters to everyone, battery life. Spoiler alert, no corners cut here as well. Because Nothing Phone 4B comes with a 6000 mAh battery, and this is like the highest battery any Nothing phone has come with. In our usage of playing games a bit, watching content and scrolling reels, clicking some pictures and all of that, I got about an average of 10 hours of screen on time on a single charge. And speaking of charging, it supports 33 watt charging. In about 30 minutes, it charges up to 50%, which is good for most of the people. And of course, you will have to get an extra charger. There's no charger in the box. And if you're in a situation where your TWS or another phone is about to die, you can even use reverse wired charging at 7.5 watt. So overall, in battery and charging, there are no corners cut. So software, check. Display, again, check. Battery, also check. Then surely corners are cut in performance, right? So the Phone 4B comes with Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 with UFS 2.2 storage. Now on Antutu benchmark, the scores are not showing as of now. There's some issue. So we tried Geekbench and it scores like any other 6 Gen 4 phone. But these are benchmarks. In real life, how does it do? Now let me do a live demo. So I'll open 8 apps back to back and I'll just switch between them continuously. Now I'll lock the phone. Now when I unlock the phone and go back to the app, all of them are loaded in the memory. So the RAM management of Nothing OS is pretty good, at least in this phone. Now in terms of gaming, you can play BGMI at max 90 FPS and there were no frame drops or lags in our limited amount of gameplay. So it can handle light games easily. Only if you play heavier games like Delta Force and all, it is playable, but then it only gives you around 45 FPS, and that is exactly where the specification starts showing its limit. So here's what I understood. Nothing has optimized the experience really well that you can see in day-to-day usage. It rarely feels that the chipset is weak. Now here's the thing, smartphone makers don't just cut costs, they reallocate them. So if Nothing saved money on the processor, did they spend it on the camera? See, the Phone 4B comes with a dual camera setup and it's like working dual camera setup. No 2 megapixel depth camera BS here, none of that. Now the photos on the main camera, they come out good. Like the colors and skin tone are closer to natural. Now it's a little inconsistent. Like if you see these two photos, they're taken in the same lighting, same place at the same time, but two completely different outputs. Now having said that, photos in indoors come out good. In low light, the photos are slightly noisy, but good enough. In videos, it can shoot in 4K 30 FPS from the main camera, and this is how the video looks. Now, there's a new trending feature on social media these days in videos, dual view video or reaction videos. In this, you get the option to shoot videos in this PIP style and also in split screen style. But do remember, in this mode, it caps the video to 1080p. By the way, you can also do 1080p video recording from the front camera, and you can have an idea of the mic quality as well as the video quality. So overall, in terms of cameras, looking at this reminded me of the old Nothing when their phones were launched. Like the hardware is good, the camera processing is really good, but it has to be fine-tuned or better optimized a bit further. So you experience a phone with the software, you judge it by the cameras, but you remember it because of its design. And the same here is with the Phone 4B. It comes in 3 colors, white, blue and black. And there's a special RCB edition as well. Because, of course, why not? They are launching this exclusively in their Nothing store in Bangalore. It will be available only on the launch day, 7th June. Now, being a RCB fan, see, I've seen an Argentina phone, Iron Man phone. A lot of fan edition phones are very shouty. This idea is very subtle. Now for the design of the Phone 4B, it looks like Phone 4A and 4A Pro had a baby. Just like the 4A Pro, it ditches the fully transparent back, but if you notice closely, you'll notice little design elements carried over from both phones. Like the circle here, the camera plateau and the glyph bar, they're straight from the 4A Pro. Like the design ideology is from the Phone 4A. And this part right here is a heavy fingerprint magnet. Now coming to the glyph bar, so this glows when you get a phone call, notification or an essential notification. So notifications from the app that are important to you, like in my case, notifications from Slack, WhatsApp and Instagram are important to me. So those are your essential notifications. Now for those essential notifications, the glyph light will keep on glowing until I pick up the phone and interact with the notification. For the rest of the unnecessary, those Myntra, Zomato notification, it just blinks and it's off. Now build wise, it has a polycarbonate back and it also has IP64 protection. So light rain or accidental splashes aren't something you will constantly worry about. Now overall in terms of design, I don't mind this approach because over the years, Nothing's design language has become quite mature. Earlier, every new phone had to scream like, hey, look at me. Now it just looks like a Nothing phone, like we are used to. You can keep it on a table and from a distance, you will instantly know it is a Nothing phone. So this design is maturing and growing on us. So that was the Nothing Phone 4B. It's priced at 29,999 with offers and the sale starts from 14th July on Flipkart. Now coming back to the question we started this video with. Why does this phone exist? See, for the last 2 to 3 years, if you're tight on budget and you wanted a Nothing phone, the A series was your entry into the Nothing ecosystem. But now things have changed due to that Ramageddon, Ramocalypse or price hike, whatever you want to call it. The A series now sits much higher in terms of price point. And with CMF not launching a phone this year, there's a very big gap when you come to 15,000 to 30,000 to get a nothing phone. And that's exactly where I feel the Nothing 4B sits in. If you want a phone which looks different, handles your day-to-day tasks smoothly with good battery life, and most importantly with clean software. Because clean software phones are now a rarity, the Nothing Phone 4B is a good option. Let us know what do you think of the Phone 4B. On that note, this is signing off. See you pretty soon. Pew pew. Every time I'm so close to just calling it Phone 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D.